Lions, the so-called kings of the jungle, even though they don't live in jungles at all. Instead, they rule the open savannas of Africa, lounging like golden statues under the sun. But don't let the naps fool you. These cats are built like tanks. Males can top 250 kilos, with manes that make them look twice as big. That mane isn't just fashion, it's armor. It protects the neck during brutal fights with rivals. And lions are the only truly social big cats. They live in prides, family units where females do most of the hunting. The teamwork is insane. Coordinated ambushes, flanking strategies, almost military precision. Their roar, you can hear it up to 8 kilometers away. A sonic declaration of territory, like nature's version of surround sound. Still, for all their power, lions are lazy. They spend up to 20 hours a day resting, basically Africa's deadliest couch potatoes. But when they move, it's chaos. Wildebeest, zebras, buffalo, nothing is safe. The irony? The so-called king isn't even the top killer of Africa. That crown goes to something much smaller and much meaner. But hold that thought, because next comes the real giant of the cat world. Tigers. The largest cats on Earth. A male can stretch over 3 meters and weigh more than 300 kilos. That's basically a striped refrigerator with claws. Unlike lions, tigers hunt alone, and they do it with terrifying efficiency. Silent steps, explosive speed, and a bite strong enough to snap a buffalo's spine. Their stripes aren't just fashion, they're camouflage. Each tiger has a unique pattern, like a fingerprint, except this fingerprint belongs to a predator that can drag a 500-kilo kill uphill using just its jaws. Imagine your fridge dragging you. But here's the irony. For all that raw power, tigers are shy. They avoid humans whenever possible, unless you annoy them. Then, suddenly, you're on the menu. And sadly, this apex predator is losing ground. Habitat destruction and poaching have pushed them to the brink. In some areas, only a few hundred remain. Still, when you lock eyes with a tiger, you understand why ancient cultures worship them as gods of power. But the tiger isn't the only cat with divine status. In the jungles of the Americas lurks a beast with a bite force that makes even tigers look weak. Jaguars. The apex predator of the Americas, shorter than tigers, smaller than lions, but don't underestimate them. This cat is compact muscle, like a bodybuilder that never skips leg day. And here's the scary part. Pound for pound, jaguars have the strongest bite of any big cat, strong enough to crack open turtle shells like peanuts. Most cats suffocate prey by the throat. Jaguars, they just crush the skull. Efficient, brutal, zero drama. They're also expert swimmers. While lions hate water, jaguars dive in head first, hunting fish, caimans, even anacondas. Yes, this cat casually wrestles snakes the size of trucks. The jaguar's spotted coat isn't just pretty. It's camouflage for stalking in the dappled light of the rainforest. Blink, and it vanishes into the jungle. But despite their power, jaguars are under siege. Deforestation and poaching have shrunk their territory, especially in the Amazon. Still, in native mythology, the jaguar isn't just an animal. It's a spirit, a bridge between life and death. And honestly, if something can crush your skull and drag a caiman out of a river, calling it a god doesn't sound exaggerated. But wait! The jaguar's spotted cousin plays a very different game, a silent climber that hunts from above. Leopards. The ninjas of the cat world. Not as big as lions, not as heavy as jaguars, but easily the most versatile killer. This cat lives everywhere, from African savannas to Asian forests, even up in snowy mountains. Basically, the leopard is nature's Wi-Fi, full coverage. What makes them terrifying isn't size, but stealth. Leopards move like shadows, silent and invisible until it's too late. 1 second you're walking, the next you're dinner. And they don't just hunt, they hoard. A leopard can drag prey heavier than itself up into trees, stashing it away like a furry serial killer with a pantry. Hyenas, lions, wild dogs, none of them can touch that kill once it's up there. Their spotted coat is an optical illusion. In tall grass or dense jungle, it breaks up their outlines so perfectly that even trained eyes miss them. Basically, leopard print isn't fashion, it's survival gear. But for all their adaptability, leopards are under constant pressure. Habitat loss and human conflict are pushing them out. Still, this cat bends, never breaks. And if the leopard is the master of shadows, its cold cousin rules the mountaintops, a ghost almost nobody ever sees. Snow leopards. The ghosts of the Himalayas, rare, silent, almost impossible to spot, even if they're standing right in front of you. They're built for extremes: thick fur, massive paws that work like snowshoes, and tails so long and fluffy they double as blankets during freezing nights. Basically, nature gave them a built-in winter kit, but their true weapon is agility. Snow leopards can leap up to 15 meters in a single bound. That's like jumping across a school bus on a cliffside. Their hunting grounds are vertical walls of rock and ice, where even mountain goats feel nervous. And while lions roar and tigers thunder, the snow leopard doesn't roar at all. Its call is a strange, eerie chuff, more ghostly whisper than kingly roar. Sadly, this ghost is fading. Only around 4,000 to 6,000 remain in the wild, scattered across Central Asia. Poaching and shrinking habitat keep pushing them higher, into harsher terrain. Still, when a snow leopard locks eyes on you, it feels less like an animal and more like the mountain itself is watching. But if snow leopards are ghosts, what happens when darkness itself grows spots? That's where the Black Panther enters. Black Panther? The name alone sounds like it belongs in mythology or a Marvel script. But here's the truth. There is no species called Black Panther. It's just a jaguar or leopard born with melanism, a rare genetic mutation that paints their fur pure midnight. By day, if the light hits just right, you'll see faint rosettes hidden in the darkness, like secret tattoos nature didn't want you to notice. By night, forget it, they're gone. Imagine walking through the jungle and suddenly realizing the shadows have eyes. Scientists call it a color morph, which sounds boring. Cultures across the world, on the other hand, call it a guardian, a demon, a god, or an omen of death. Honestly, I know which version sells more movie tickets. And melanism isn't just spooky fashion. In dense forests, being black is a survival hack. Camouflage so effective that prey, and sometimes even researchers, only realize the panther was there after it's already gone. That's not an animal, that's nature's stealth technology. But here's the irony. Behind the mystery, behind the legends, this is just your regular leopard or jaguar with a darker paint job. Ordinary science, extraordinary presence. Still, when you lock eyes with one, you don't think about genetics. You think about myths, about shadows with claws, about the thin line between fact and legend. And that's the beauty of the big cats. Lions roar like kings, tigers crush like giants, jaguars break skulls, leopards vanish, snow leopards haunt the peaks. But the Black Panther? It's the cat that turned a genetic accident into a legend. Because sometimes, the scariest predator isn't the one you see, it's the one you don't. See in the next video. Dragons, the celebrity of mythical creatures. If myths had a red carpet, dragons would be the ones arriving in a flaming chariot, setting paparazzi on fire.